Hey everybody, I'm back. Hi, I went to a honeymoon and I forgot that I have to do. There's not a lot of news. It's Fox Studios and it's New Mutants and it's stuff. There's a lot of good stuff to talk about. And Koi's here and he's playing commercials. All right, stay right there. We're gonna be right back.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Marvel
Doing was like talking about, hey everybody, just sit right there. We're gonna talk about Tokyo. We're gonna talk about everything that you can do. But I forgot to mention that to you guys. Like, all right, no, Doctor Strange is back. I get
there it is. That makes sense. Yeah, you got a theme now.
I have a theme. I have a theme. I also like that within like 1 second of the song, I'm like, no, Doctor Strange. No, I know this one. All right, hey, let's go with it. No, but I was like, I'm gonna do the cold open today. Like I'm just like I forgot how everything works. I was gonna want to talk about Tokyo and maybe Westworld, and then you guys are gonna be like, we
accidentally just did that, but without the commentary.
Yeah,
like we nailed it in real life.
I legitimately just also forgot how everything works.
I did watch the latest Westworld. I just realized.
I'm a few episodes behind.
So Doom demands no spoilers.
Right.
So I shouldn't tell you guys what the man. I'm just kidding. I'm just not. I'm gonna try. Not even.
If Ed Harris comes out of your mouth even one time.
Ed Harris.
Like Ed Harris comes out of his mouth.
But, no, because I want to know what's going on with it.
Bullworth poster. Like,
happy birthday, Ed Harris.
Yeah. So hi everybody. I've been gone for 2 weeks. If you've never seen the show until today, I'm usually the host. But I've been on my honeymoon, so I got married.
Yay! No, this is not his wife.
Thank you. No. This is my very good friend April Wallin.
She has her own husband.
I do have my own husband.
Whose name is?
Whose name is also Matt.
Yep. But not me. There's more than one Matt.
Oh, sure.
In this world.
You don't say.
No, for real. It's like the third most popular name in the world, I think.
I actually just remembered, since I haven't actually had a wedding, I was supposed to on the internet because people in Ohio still don't know.
Ohio,
don't listen to this.
My God.
Ohio, do not listen to this podcast today.
Matt's gonna kill me.
Matt Key confirms.
Matt Key did not.
Matt and April are getting married. Different Matt, but Matt Key confirms.
Oh man.
All right, so
Fox and Marvel have commented nothing on the matter of the marriage.
If this is your very first show ever listening to us, I apologize that we've gotten so far off the track right now.
Yes.
Let me get us back onto the
Brittany
track.
on.
Yeah, we should have Brittany on.
Yes.
Brittany's a lot of fun.
Brittany is a lot of fun.
My wife, she's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear she's good people.
Yeah, she's good people. We are the Marvel Movie News, coming to you live from 1407 Grey Malkin Lane. I decided today in honor of the New Mutants.
Okay.
I couldn't listen. Anyway, we'll get into that later. I'm so far off base already. This is episode 110, which is the perfect episode for me to return on from my jaunt to Tokyo for a honeymoon, because Strange Tales number 110 was the first introduction. That was the first appearance of Doctor Strange.
Nice.
So episode 110 is a perfect one for me to come back on.
When you emailed that, I was like, yo, I forgot how nerdy Matt Key was sometimes. Like, it was like, oh, and he's back. He's like, episode 110 is the perfect episode for me to return, because my Doctor Strange. I'm like, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Even amongst nerds,
Like
Matt Key stands alone.
Yes!
Head and shoulders above the rest.
That's true. 6'3" of nerd.
6'5". Don't rob me of those 2 inches.
Whoa.
6'5".
6 hard on. That's just too tall for my brain to accept.
And I was at least a head taller than almost every single person in Tokyo. It was actually...
That is not surprising.
It was like... And everyone told me that would be the case, and it wasn't quite as bad as everyone said it would be, but it was still like, I would still be on the metro looking like, just like at a sea of heads and no other faces, and typically the only other faces I would see popping up above that, like, the typical head was like another white dude.
Everybody else is having claustrophobic panic attacks while you're just like, this is nice.
I see everything.
Yes. Well, the average male height is 5'6", so that's in the world.
Did you
in the world. Wow.
Did you have a hard time getting through doorways?
Above average.
Only in Harajuku.
Can't believe
it was actually.
It's like I needed to know that.
It actually wasn't too bad.
I love that you seriously answered that. Thank you.
Yeah, Harajuku was I bumped my head really hard in a bar in Shibuya.
How drunk were you?
That sounds like a
only
song.
2 beers in, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I hit my head really hard in
The
Shibuya.
host has wandered off the subject.
So true. All right.
Okay.
Back to
So
nerd
sorry.
news.
On Marvel Movie News, we tell you all the news from all the studios and why you should be as excited as we are. Subscribe to us on iTunes app. or oh my god, I'm so bad at this. YouTube.com/Popcorn Talk Network, or on their website, popcorntalknetwork.com, or on Twitter at Marvel News PTN, or at the Popcorn Talk, or on Facebook.com/Marvel News Show. And guys, if you tweet a link out to our show with a message, tell people about the live chat, Doom in the booth, we retweet you.
Doom wants to know what's going on with Marvel.
Not a lot. Not a whole heck of a lot, Doom.
Disappointing.
Sorry, we don't make up the news.
Only some weeks do we make up the news. Only sometimes.
Yes.
X-Men Avengers are confirmed. You heard it here first. Matt Key confirmed.
Stop it. Did not.
There
I'm Matt Key at the Matt Key. We're also joined by Coy Durando at CoyJandreau and Markia McCarty at MarkeiMcCarty.
So close.
I'm
An A.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
MarkeiA McCarty.
Say it one more time.
MarkeiA McCarty.
Okay.
Mackie
Okay, that-
confirms that Matt Key missed the A.
We're also joined, that was the voice of Doom at that Zach Wilson. We've got Skult. God, man, I'm so far off.
This is just
Colt
fun to watch,
Badeau
actually.
tweeting from the Starjammer. As always, he's our social media guru. And we're joined by our special guest, April Wally. Hello, April! You are a novelist.
I am a
correct?
novelist.
What's the name of your book and where can we buy it?
It's 13 Offerings on Amazon. I'm trying to get a Kindle Scout thing out, so hopefully that'll happen. And yeah, I also do a show called Superhero Primetime.
Nice.
It's on iTunes, where we talk about all the TV shows and stuff out there, all the CW craziness and
The
Nice.
giant crossover that's going. Ooh, yes, audience. Yeah, I saw the
Yes.
giant 4-part crossover that's going on. And
Oh
everything.
yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are the Marvel Movie News, and so far we've talked about nothing Marvel, and we're about 5 minutes in. So let's stop
Yes.
that. I
I did mention
apologize.
Shield.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You did.
There we go. We got a shield.
Let's jump over to Fox Studios, where basically almost all of our news comes from Fox Studios, by the way.
Mutants.
Fox Studios announced 2 new Marvel films have been added to the slate. They are currently unannounced what they'll actually be, but they are reserving space for November 2nd of 2018 and February 14th of 2019. So this is like 2 years in the future,
Yeah.
which means that these are films that should probably be going into production next year. Even the Valentine's 2019 won't even go into production until 2018 . So like that's
Yeah.
really far off.
but we
Deadpool
know
three.
that's got to be Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3. Because
I mean,
not.
it's
It's his
Valentine's
day.
Day.
Well,
Yeah.
or X Force. That's the other thing, because like
I think
Deadpool
Deadpool
is.
is X-Force.
Yeah.
Well,
Same
that's what I'm
day.
That's for
suggesting.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
But for November 2nd.
But November 2nd. So let me also throw this log onto the fire. Currently, the only thing Fox has coming out for certain is Logan, and that comes out in March. But they've got March 2nd and June 29th of 2018 also slated, but they still don't have films for those. So Fox now has 5 dates, only one of which is claimed, and that's Logan, which we have a trailer for.
When's Guardians? That
Guardians is
May?
next May, I think. Yeah. So yeah, we have Logan. Then 2 months later, we get Guardians sequel. But we also know that Fox is working on Deadpool 2, Gambit, New Mutants, possible X-Men sequels, and a possible, please God no, Fantastic Four sequel.
God.
They could do it right
They
this
could.
time.
They
I
could.
Not
Gambit
if
is
it's linked to the last
shelved.
one.
Yeah, Gambit's out of the
Ga-
running.
Well, Gambit
Is it
is
really?
shelved. But,
Shelved. Not like
Not like
it's
not
like
cut.
decapitated.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but like Deadpool 2 like is supposedly going into production sometime soon, but I still don't know if Cable is actually cast. Like,
It's going to
yeah.
be PG-13 too, didn't they say that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I thought
No,
they said
it's-
it was
no.
going to be.
No, it has to be
There's no
R.
way.
They
It
will.
has
They
to be
know.
R.
I thought I
There's
saw something about them saying that it was going to be PG-13.
I think that's a
because
troll trying to get people like me angry. And it worked. Just hearing those words.
Oh, sorry.
They will not dare. They made too much money. They literally redefined what superhero movies are by going R. So
Well,
if they go
what I-
PG-13, that's like castrating it.
Well,
Yeah.
what I read about it was that the script actually didn't call for a rated R rating this time around. So
Then Deadpool's not
in it.
Then they wrote
So
the
there's
script
less
in
So
correctly.
Deadpool's not in it.
Well, yeah, I know, right?
It sounds like he left the screen. He's like, no, I'm good.
So,
This piece.
I mean, maybe it was something terrible that I read, but I don't know. I read it
I
somewhere.
am.
Sorry, I'm trolling you guys.
But let's take a look at these dates. We've got March 2nd of next year, or of 2018, June 29th of 2018. Now we've got November 2nd of 2018. So we've got 3 films coming out in 2018 from Fox, all of them Marvel, and then we've got Valentine's 2019.
Well, what's coming
How
out
do
in
we-
November before?
Gambit.
Like, I think New Mutants has got to be one of them.
As the one guy buying his Gambit ticket early, I think Gambit is the only guy being like, yeah, no, it's still a good idea. Yeah, great.
I just hope it's gonna be
Che
good.
Tate.
That's
I
all.
love that.
I just hope.
Che Tate.
Yo, see Tates. Where that Gambit suit at? Yo, put that trench coat on, bro.
Oh no.
Just put it on, bro. Let's go.
Did I hear the word see Tates?
You heard see
Yeah.
Tates and bruh in the same sentence.
But I would like to point out that I
why
said,
wouldn't those be together? I mean,
I would like to point out that I said the words Che Tate.
Che Tates,
Che Tates.
C Tates,
Oh my
and
God.
bruh. We're all brought up very
Che
quickly.
Tate, C
I
Tate.
like
Right
Che-
now, we are here.
I love Che Tates. That works. Every time
Thank
we
you.
say that,
Che
we
Tate.
have to play like the Magic Mike theme song.
yeah.
Was it Genuine My Pony?
Yeah.
That's the actual theme.
That's how you get Gambit greenlit. You just have
There
him
you
come
go.
out to
Yes.
Pony. Just like
There you go.
spinning his
his
stick,
staff.
breaking the fourth wall, spinning his staff.
Oh my god. I'll tell you.
All right. So,
Ooh, did it get hot?
In front of Rogue, just spinning his
Excuse
staff.
Marvel.
Maybe it's Doctor Strange 1.5.
Oh, well, if you guys
Ooh,
want to talk
November.
Doctor Strange,
This is
let's-
what happens
No,
when
but
there's
that's like
3
Fox.
news stories, and one of them involves spinning a staff.
How to get Matt further off topic?
Yeah, Doctor
Oh,
Strange.
right.
There you go.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So again, Deadpool 2, Gambit, New Mutants, X-Men, and Fantastic Four. Like, there's also possible X-Force. Maybe there's a Deadpool 3 in there. So, like, March 2nd, June 29th, November 2nd, and November 14th of 2 years from now, where do we think Deadpool 2 is landing? Because they don't have a February date in there. So do we think that's March 2nd of 2018?
I think March would be the Gambit one because they don't trust it clearly.
So,
Yeah.
but then that means we're not getting Deadpool 2 until late in 2018. Like June 29th. Would they put Deadpool 2 on June 29th?
he'd make more sense in March.
Yeah.
And then the following one maybe Gambit.
See, here's what I'm thinking. Deadpool 2 March 2nd, New Mutants June 29th.
Yeah, because they want
Yeah.
a big team movie to be the summer. That would make
Yeah,
total sense.
and then November 2nd of 2018 will either be one of the X-Men sequels or maybe Gambit.
Or it's Deadpool 3 and they film them close enough back to back that you can lead the second one into an X-Force
Yeah.
film. What you do
But
is
like,
you make the second one a lead up to the team up movie.
Yeah.
So the end of the third act is the team coming together, and then 6 months later you release the next one like the Matrix
Well,
sequels.
see, what I'm seeing is March 2nd is Deadpool 2. Then June 29th of 2018 is New Mutants, and then they've got their new X-Men team, the X-Force team, starting to build because
Right.
New Mutants will
so
bleed
then you
into
would do Deadpool
X-Force.
3. And
in
then,
Then
November.
Deadpool 3, no, not November 2nd. That would be February 14th of 2019 would be the big Deadpool with
Gotcha.
X-Force.
So
Yeah.
they
Wow,
do they
March is-
have something in late 2018 as of right now?
Yeah, November.
Okay, that makes
No,
sense. 'Cause I'm looking
yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
list of MCU properties, and right now there is a hole in the fall of 2018, as far as I can see. Between Ant-Man
Yeah.
and the Wasp, which comes out July 6th, and then Captain Marvel, which doesn't come out till March of 2019.
Yeah.
It's the longest gap I've ever seen in a Marvel lineup.
Marvel is
I'm sure.
probably going to throw something in there.
do you think a bunch of all that's going to be coming before Gambit? Like to try to get like? Do you think they're going to try
think
to
so.
introduce
Well,
Gambit in a team?
here's the other thing.
and then have him have his.
That's
solo
actually
movie?
not a bad idea.
I think that would be the
I
best
think that
idea
would
because
be
a lot of people
smarter
don't know
idea. Yeah.
Gambit that well. Like
Right.
all they have
Yeah.
is that terrible excuse of
And they're
him
worried
and-
about Channing Tatum as Gambit, so it'd be good to introduce him somewhere where it's not, here's all my money for
Yeah.
Channing Tatum as Gambit. You introduce
Yeah.
him and be like, oh, I love it. They did a good thing. And then earn the
It'd
money.
be the smartest because
Yeah.
you get people to like the character and then like, oh, he has his own movie. Oh,
That's
yes.
how I do it. You,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have like a 2-scene cameo where you're like, I love how he portrayed him, and then
Yeah.
here's the money.
Like
Yeah.
Tom
Exactly.
Holland.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what we need.
And who's this
Yes.
Channing Tatum that you're talking about? You mean Che Tates?
Che Tates?
Che
Che
Tates.
Tates?
Che Tate's Latte?
Golden Globe, Academy Award, Emmy Award winning Che Tates.
So,
Yo, I love
hey,
Channing Tatum. I really love him as Gambit. I really
yeah. I
that
think
could be fun.
what was the Seth Rogen movie, the End of the World one?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He was great in that.
This
oh,
is
he's
the
like
end.
the dog collar.
Yeah, he was great in that. He was I was
He
like,
just came out of
oh,
left field.
That guy's got a good
bravo,
sense of
Che
humor.
Tates, bravo,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he knows who he is. Like
Yeah.
he knows
yeah.
he knows
What was
him.
the other one he was being banned? Oh, he was being banded about for Shazam.
Wait, what? Really?
Channing Tatum.
I mean, I guess.
Sure.
Wait,
Yeah.
isn't that oh, who's doing that?
The Rock is
Rock
Black
is
Adam.
doing
Black
that.
Adam.
Yeah,
So
The
Channing
Rock is doing
Tatum
that.
versus The Rock, I think.
I don't think.
I don't know.
The Rock wins that. Rock
Yeah,
wins.
The Rock has already won, and he's the villain, so I don't know if that's acceptable. I don't know if we could just.
Yeah. All right, let's move on now that we're like 30 minutes
Now,
into the show.
John
and we've
Cena
been-
versus The Rock in Thor.
Yeah. That
Yes. Although John Cena. Oh wait.
Not there.
We
Not
don't.
there.
Not there
Skip
yet.
it. Skip it out. Skip it out. Skip it out. All right, Logan. Logan, as we've already mentioned, is coming out next March. We still don't have a lot of news on that, but we did get a couple new pictures in an Empire magazine. We've got him there. We've got Logan.
Awesome.
Running away with
Mutant child.
X-23 Laura Kinney, played by Daphne Keane.
I wonder how many official screen grabs Fox has released of Wolverine in a tank top carrying someone.
Yeah, that's
Like,
actually.
you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah, I think
classic.
that's
There's the
Hallie.
classic him running
Yeah.
through the woods in the trailers, but then I feel like as common as that is, there's a shot of him carrying someone in a tank top.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
those are the two promotional still uses.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that the truck is afire behind.
Of course.
him.
A flame.
A flame.
A flame. The truck is all aflame.
Yes.
And then there's also this one where he
Sorry.
is accosting Professor X,
Oh, no.
probably shaking him down for money that he
I'd
owes
say
him or
that's what's
something.
happening.
Yeah,
He's,
that's
he's
probably
patting,
definitely what's
patting
happening.
his pockets.
Accosting
Yeah.
or about to hug.
No,
No?
it's definitely he's
Come on.
about to just start punching
All right.
Patrick Stewart,
Yeah.
getting him ready for a good beating.
Now, I just want to point out that
angry hug.
Hugh Jackman is looking ever more Mel Gibson-y, and Mel Gibson is always my old man Logan. So thanks, Fox, for giving me my dreams.
It is true. He
Like
is
he's
very,
looking very Mel Gibson-y. That one
he
shot
is
of him
very
looking-
like disheveled Hollywood crazy.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Full
yeah.
Gibson, man. They brought him full Gibson. You never go full Gibson. They brought him full Gibson.
Full Gibson.
Oh wow.
Always
that
go
should
full
be a
Gibson.
term.
What?
Yeah, and by
Never
the
go
way,
full
for those of
Gibson.
you listening to us on iTunes, I apologize you can't see the pictures. The first picture was of Hugh Jackman carrying Daphne Keane with a truck behind him burning. And he looked all bloodied, and his tank top was all ripped, and it was like, oh man, he's such a hero.
Grizzly.
Then this is a picture we're currently looking at of Hugh Jackman as Logan trying to help Patrick Stewart up out of his wheelchair or something. So
Yeah, and
but
then-
you can look them all up online. They're Empire magazines from like a couple days ago. So Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the
Wait,
only.
before we leave Fox,
Yep.
Okay.
I think there is a slim chance that the last date of that new date set is an X-Men reboot. And I think planting an X-Men or two in each of the lead-up films and then assembling the team by way of sprinkling it is the
Yeah.
best way to go, because it sounds like Bryan Singer's got another 5 movies, so he's not doing the next X-Men.
Yeah.
The last one didn't do as well as they thought it would because it cost so much money that you'd have to have a You
Yeah.
needed more money than that movie should be able to make
Yeah.
it profitable, so it was
Yeah.
a silly move all around. So I think what they might do is like 1 or 2 X-Men, 1 X-Men, X-Force, and then reboot X-Men.
Yeah.
That's my dream theory. Since Kevin Feige basically came out and said that the crossover's not happening,
Yeah.
Right.
I want that last movie, and I want to say it here first, to be an X-Men reboot with the original team done right. That's my hope.
And Storm says more than 2 lines.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
And none of
yeah.
them involve toads.
Yes, or like,
Zero
or
of them.
saying,
Zero
toads.
Zero. Zero
do you know
involved.
Zero
what
toad
happens to was a toad struck by lightning? What was that?
the same thing that happens to everything
that's something
else.
we don't talk about.
Yeah.
So
So
I think that'd be a
let's
cool
not
way to
talk
do it.
about
I think that'd be a
Apparently-
great.
I don't disagree with you, and I think that would be the smart move for Fox, which means that they're probably not going to do that. But the marketing for all of those films will
It's gonna
be
be
the
great.
best.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It'll be
And I
better than any
understand
other
we just
studio.
had a reboot, but the reboot didn't really go over as well because it was too soft a reboot. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
silk. It needed to be at least cotton.
Yeah.
Like it just
Yeah.
it needed to go somewhere. So I think
Yeah.
this might be the way, because the fact they announced dates so close together,
Yeah.
Then you got all these alternate
You know what I would
timelines,
love
so
to
I mean-
see?
we could do it.
You know what I think would be cool is if they did Giant Size X-Men as a film. And they had like Professor X collecting the newer X-Men to go save the old X-Men, because we all know who the X-Men are. So
Yeah.
we don't really need to do origin stories.
Yeah.
We don't need
Right.
introductions anymore. They're like,
Unnecessary.
We know them.
we know them. So screw it. Yeah, the original team is stuck on some crazy living island called Krakatoa, and is like, oh my god, we're all gonna die unless I go get these other X-Men.
Did you hear my pitch on Screen Junkies for how the X-Men could work in Marvel?
No.
My dream was having Scarlet Witch introduced in Doctor Strange as an alternate dimension. So in Doctor Strange 2, you have him training Scarlet Witch like we've talked about.
Yeah.
And then instead of the classic line from the comics, instead of her saying no more mutants, she has like a full psychotic break, and then at the end she just says mutants. And it activates all the mutants in the Marvel Universe.
that
So
would be
instead of
cool.
negating the X gene, it activates the X gene, so you have
That
all the
would be
rights issues
cool,
solved.
yeah.
And then so the
Ah.
first time you ever hear the word mutants in the Marvel Universe is the activation of mutants, and then you have them canon, and it explains why they haven't been around the whole time. So literally with Scarlet Witch and Doctor
Whoa.
Strange, like, that's what I want.
And it would be
That
Doctor Strange.
And
it would be
you
Doctor
just-
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Coming out of me right now.
Can you imagine just the shot, the montage of her being like mutants, and then every mutant you already recognize, you have Logan suddenly and Cyclops, like you literally have the comic dream with one word, but it's all the rights issues.
And Coy just fixed the universe.
That is
Yeah.
He's like, Band-Aid right here. There you go.
Everyone's introduced, and we're like, okay, we're good. Let's move on.
So do you see like where they all were with like no powers? Like Hugh Jackman was just like hanging out in New York when Avengers went down.
Yeah,
as,
he's
like,
just
a
like,
guy.
oh man, I wish I could do something
You know,
about
he'd be like
this.
working in like a
shit.
scrapyard or something.
Oh yeah, he's at a bar in Canada and just like, oh, it's yours.
No, you know
but
the
with no
best way-
powers, he's just like a pizza delivery guy.
You know, the best way for him to discover that he has his powers, because he's got claws, but he's also got the healing factor, is for him to be scratching his face, and then the
rip his
claws come
face
out
off.
and like
So,
brain, like
No,
lobotomize him. He's like, skirsh.
so Matt, those,
Oh, I've healed.
Matt, those would be
sucks.
bone claws, right?
Yeah, they would be the bone claws. Yeah.
I don't believe in bone claws. I don't accept them as canon and never will.
I personally would just like him holding a shot and just come out and being like, eh.
But can you
That's
imagine the imagery of Scarlet Witch saying mutants and then a young boy getting the optic blast and
Yeah.
a girl
Oh,
suddenly
God.
hearing all the voices and then like
She's like
Aurora
making
just
the world. Yeah.
being in Africa like under rubble and all of a sudden like a storm. Like there's so much imagery they
Yeah.
can do that would explain
Yeah.
everything. It'll never happen.
And
It'll
then you
never
see,
happen.
and then you see
But it's
actual,
nice.
you see actual Ryan Reynolds in Hollywood just go, did somebody say mutant?
He's just sitting there reading his like top 10 sexiest men. Or
Dude,
like,
I read
whatever.
the funniest way that Deadpool could be canon in a new X-Men universe would be to have Deadpool be the one who wrote the Deadpool movie, and that explains why Ryan Reynolds plays him. Like imagine Deadpool
Yes.
existing in the
Yeah.
currently established Marvel universe, and then he's like, "Who should play me? Ryan Reynolds." And then him writing the script, so the movie we all saw is actually in the the MCU mutant universe we've already had.
Oh,
but
that's
Deadpool
funny.
wrote it, so he'd get someone handsome to play him, and that's why everything lines up different.
You are
that's
messing
funny.
with my mind.
This is what
right
happens
now,
when I have
man.
too much free time.
Apparently so.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's move on to Guardians of the Galaxy real quick. Let's move. This is the one non-Fox story that we have. Sean Gunn discussed the very, very beginning of the film. Here's a quote. It's kind of a long one, so bear with me. When the movie starts, it's only a couple months after the first movie. The Ravagers have not gone hard after Peter Quill after he double-crossed them with the Infinity Stone. There's a little rumbling amongst the Ravagers like, where does Yondu's allegiance lay here? Is he going soft on Quill? So the Ravagers have
Thank
to
you for
make
the
a
answer.
decision. You're welcome. Have to make a decision of what they're going to do about Yondu, and I think Kraglin is a key part of that. Kraglin, by the way, is the character that Sean Gunn plays. So that plays hand in hand with the stuff that I saw at Comic-Con. You were because you volunteer at Hall H, so
Yes.
you've seen all this stuff.
I
there,
actually
right?
got a chair thrown at me by Chris Pratt.
Oh my lord.
What?
Everyone's dream.
They were.
Was it accidental or was he mad
It was
at you?
accidental because he was trying
Just
to.
goes
You
full
know how
Conor
they,
McGregor, and he's like, ah!
you know how they all like to gather at the end to like
Yeah.
take the huge like picture.
Yeah.
They had all
Okay.
these chairs that they put up there,
Oh,
and so they were all the actors were just grabbing the chairs and trying to put them off to the
Sure.
side, and then he just like held it over the stage, like just like where do I put this? And I'm like, no, don't drop that, and I just like run backstage and I try to intercept it before he does it, and then I get there right when he goes, oh well, and then just drops it, and I have to like jump back so that
that's
and then one of the
funny.
other actors comes up and he's just looking at his chair and he just hands it to me. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you for
that.
the chair.
Dumb story, but it
No,
was.
it's not a good. There's
Hey,
a lot of
Chris
people.
Pratt's in that story. It's never a dumb story. If
Yeah,
Chris Pratt's
there's a
in the
lot of
story.
people who would love to have a chair thrown at them by Chris Pratt.
And my
Oh
friend
my
David
gosh.
Yarvo is one of the Ravagers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
that's
also
cool.
directed a movie. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the movie. I'm a terrible friend.
What a terrible friend.
But he's worked with Sean Gunn and
Yeah.
James Gunn forever since
That's
Troma.
so
I've known
cool.
him
Oh,
from the
jeez.
Troma days.
Whoa,
Yeah.
way back. You're digging back.
Yes. yes.
So you've seen the footage that I've seen,
Yes.
where we see Yondu is actually
Badass.
well, he's
We
badass,
already know that, but-
he's mutineered, like the Ravagers mutiny against Yondu because he's not, and apparently, according to what Sean Gunn is saying, it's because he hasn't gone strong enough against Quill.
Right.
So-
they didn't eat him like they were
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah.
We want to eat him.
You've been saying
He's a
for
Terran.
years we're gonna eat him, and we never did.
Yeah,
I've never tasted
But this
Terran.
goes exactly with like what we saw like in that whole jailbreak thing where like the Ravagers are all falling around like like rain, like dead body rain, because the arrow is zipping everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I killed his crew.
he didn't
Well,
know
there's
his
a lot
crew
more than just
mutinied
his
against
crew.
it.
There's
Yeah.
like his crew, and then there's like the rest of the Ravager Nation.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're in like a
And it's like they,
stronghold or
they have to
something.
escape. Yeah. So
That's way more than just his crew.
Yeah.
Way more.
So, but the other quote that I pulled, and this is all on comicbook.com if you want to go watch the actual interview. Sean Gunn says, "I've heard my brother James Gunn say that the first movie was about creating a family, but the second movie is more about being a family and the struggle of maintaining that." And he says that he thinks that's spot on, and I think that's cool. I'm
like
excited to see that. So. Do we want to move on to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Doom? Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
Well, we're doing the egg thing later. Right?
Yeah. We're gonna do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. first.
I have a cool Guardian story.
Yes.
So,
Tell us, Coy.
I this weekend ran into the production designer of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And he was the coolest, sweetest guy in the world. And we actually exchanged info, so I'm going to try to get him on the show so we can talk
Nice.
about it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
and he
awesome.
literally, the way he was describing the scope of Guardians 2 and like the level that Marvel let them just go insane sounds like
So
Guardians 1 is going to seem like Thor. Like
Wow.
as far like Thor 1. Like he's like he couldn't believe the freedom they had
Yeah.
and how big it
That's
was.
so
And he's like,
awesome.
what you've seen is nothing.
Yes.
Well, and there's so many things I can't talk about, but the things I can talk about are that teaser is just like the littlest. And I was like, oh, so
Yeah.
is this crazy as a teaser? Like the teaser is exactly like the feel, but the movie's like whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
that's so cool.
It's
That's-
gonna be perfect.
I'm excited about
I'm so
Ego.
excited.
What's that?
Ego.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Who's
Ego,
supposed
the
to be
living planet.
Jason of Spartax, but I'm not going there.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
telling
not-
you, he's gonna be Captain Ron as a planet. Awesome.
Totally okay
So
with that.
good.
Totally
It's
okay.
gonna be so
And then
good.
I'll
I'm
get
just like Snake Plissken.
Ron
Yeah.
as Jonah.
Yeah. All right, Doom, you want to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? We got it coming back tonight, and you want to get us all excited for it?
Oh yes. All right. So I mean, I'm excited it's back. It felt like it's like 2 months. It's been like
It
3
has
weeks.
been.
It's
It's
like
been a
3
long
weeks.
time.
But yeah, I'm excited it's back. We got one clip for tonight's show that looks really interesting. Robbie's like on the lam, and Gabe and Daisy are having it out. Daisy's sort of consoling him. The thing that's really cool is that Mac gets on a freaking motorcycle with his shotgun axe on his back and rides off into the sunset to chase down Ghost Rider.
It looks like he's Johnny Blaze, because
Yeah.
he's got like the leather coat on, he's got the shotgun on the back. I'm like, oh,
that
is
actually
Johnny Blaze taking
made
him
me
over?
almost like, I'm like, is that what they're implying?
They just
Yeah.
like got possessed by her.
That
like,
Mac has secretly been Johnny Blaze this whole time?
Oh my god.
I don't think they're doing that. I don't think they're doing that.
That'd be cool.
That would actually be kind of cool.
I would
though.
like that.
That'd be
actually.
great.
But Pat
You would have hit it really well. Sorry.
Patton Oswalt tweeted out that there's a fun twist coming tonight, and I
Is the twist that he's finally back in the show?
That's what I want it
Because
to
if
be.
it's from Patton Oswalt.
Please give me all the Agent Koenig LMDs running around. I would also love that surprise that that's why there's so many of him.
Yeah.
Is that he's been an LMD for
Clones.
year.
Yeah, like they somehow had that before him.
Yeah, and Radcliffe's just like, wait, but I spent years working on this. I just really want to see Patton Oswalt back on the show. He's one of my favorite characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And like they never fully explained who he was or where he came from. Like he just disappeared. It's like they
Yeah.
forgot that he was a character.
Yeah, well, he's Patton Oswalt's had his struggles this year.
That's actually very true. It's very sad.
Yeah, very sad stuff. But like he is starting to come back. He's starting to work again. So I'm hoping that means that he has made his way back to set. That's it. That's all I got. Check out the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show tonight at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right after it airs on the West Coast. We'll be talking about all the S.H.I.E.L.D. fun.
Yay.
And nerding out hard for an hour. For a full hour of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going on, because like we also had like the explosion where like Fitz and Coulson disappeared, and in the trailer, they've got
Hopefully we'll get that explained.
They've got Jemma Simmons like looking at a cocoon, and she's like, like it's like, oh my god, like one of her teammates is another teammate, an Inhuman now. So
I mean, with the
yeah.
Inhumans announcement
Yeah,
since then.
that's so exciting.
There
Like
were
that
ru-
happened while I was out. But,
There were
yeah.
rumors all summer that the royal family was going to pop up in S.H.I.E.L.D. this year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was just like crossed wires because of like people hearing about like this announcement coming.
Yeah.
But I would love if they sort of, and they said that it's not a spin-off. The Inhumans show is not a spin-off of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has to somehow connect because we're dealing with so much Inhuman stuff, and the royal family, like activating because of like all the hatred towards Inhumans.
Yeah.
Which is scary real. What like it's the kind of thing you're like, oh, that's only a small thing of American culture. But like,
Yeah.
no, it's real relevant now.
Yeah, it's real relevant right now. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for it to come back.
Yeah, and I love I'm one of those people who was like, Inhumans, yes,
Yeah, me too.
yes.
I'm like, please, I want to see Medusa. Please, please, please.
Yeah, like Black Bolt's one of my favorite characters. Like he's just like super
Very
powerful,
powerful.
and it's so fun.
Yeah,
I
something
love
that we
character.
discussed last week. A fan, I forget the fan right now that brought it up, said a possible thing for it was that they do sign language with
Yeah.
Black
I thought
Bolt.
that was cool.
That was super.
That would be really cool, actually. Yeah, because he can't talk; he would kill you. Hi, how are you going? And the entire studio and half of West Hollywood. So, all right. So, let's. Do you guys want to talk? John Cena
In sign
first?
language, my bad.
Because that happened, right?
Oh, sure. Both
I
of us
forgot
can.
to put that in the
Just
rundown,
roll.
but I
Yeah,
know
it's
you
fine.
know the news.
Because wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Cena did a cameo in Thor. Like
Thor
that's
Ragnarok, yeah.
It's rumored that he will be playing himself, but it's
Really?
yeah.
Awesome.
But think about it: when you have like Grandmaster, and you have the
Yeah.
intergalactic gladiator arena scene, and then you have John Cena
Oh
there.
my God! Can you imagine like
Wouldn't that be something else?
John Cena.
He just walks out into the ring to this music.
Oh my God! I
You're
would
gonna do that if you
die.
have to.
And what's funny is
Oh
that
my
like
God.
I could see Taika Waititi doing that.
Yeah, I
Like
could too.
he could. I would absolutely see him wanting to do that, talking Marvel into letting
And
him
John
do
Cena
that.
as John Cena.
And John Cena actually walking into the
Yeah.
Grandmaster's ring as John Cena to that.
And they're
music.
like, where's he been the rest of the Marvel Universe? Well, you can't see him. So he's been there the whole time.
He's been there the whole time.
He's been
yeah.
right there.
They did
And
say
John
this was going to be
Cena.
one of the craziest movies, even comparatively to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yes.
what if Jeff Goldblum's just standing there as the Grandmaster? Who is our next fighter? What is his name?
Yeah.
John Cena.
Keep playing this the rest of the episode.
We do a lot of wrestling shows.
yeah.
This is on our soundboard.
Yes, and it would be something else if he's like immediately killed or something. Like,
Oh, no.
No, he
I
has
want
to kick
John Cena to
somebody's ass.
win.
He's-
I
Yeah,
want
he
him
has
to
to
win the
win.
tournament. I want him to beat Thor.
Yeah.
Cena wins.
Oh, wow.
LOL.
Yeah. Oh well.
I think they would end up teaming up. I don't think he would be. I think.
Man, there's so many memes though. Oh, I should pull some of those memes.
Yeah, you should pull
I'll
some of those memes.
Yeah.
And who is I'm trying to think of the name, the rock monster guy, like the. And who was in that was in Planet Hulk?
Yeah,
Krag or Krog
something
or
like that
something
because
like that.
it's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
really
yeah.
short battle between him and Thor.
Yeah, I would.
Krog? No.
It's something with a K, and I'm sorry for not knowing.
That
Yeah.
probably
It's-
sounds like that.
I'm looking at. It's the Cronin race. That's what it is. But I don't
But he
think his
has a
name is Cronin. He
name.
has a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got like a backstory.
Let
Anyway,
the
it
record
would-
show, live chat, that John Cena does not suck. That man has done more for the Make-A-Wish Foundation than most other people combined, and takes time out of his very busy schedule while wrestling to do awesome movies and help children constantly, and he's a chiver. So John Cena is an American hero.
Good time to be
something,
John
Korg.
yeah, something that we talk about with
Korg,
wrestling. I
thank
mean, it's you either love John Cena or you hate John Cena.
Yeah.
There is no middle ground.
There's no middle ground.
when it
You
comes
have
to
an
John
opinion
Cena.
when it comes to John Cena.
Why would you hate him though?
He's too good.
Doom, I heard you say
All right.
Korg.
Yeah, it is Korg is the rock monster.
Korg.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would love to see John Cena like Korg is in the ring and he's just like made of rocks. He's like, oh, and Grandmaster's like, and here comes our next fighter. Except it would be Jeff Goldblum, so he'd be like, here comes our next fighter. It's John Cena, da, 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 and he comes out, and Korg is like, what? Yeah, I would love to see that.
I find this so tantalizing,
Yeah.
and I just love that this happened.
Yeah.
When
We
my
couldn't get the
fandoms
Rock in
cross,
MCU, but we got John Cena. Like they got Black Adam, we're like, we got John Cena though.
yeah, we've got Batista and John Cena.
Yeah, we figured out a way.
So Coy, if I'm not mistaken, you're a big fan of the movement watches. Am I correct?
I am a big fan of movement watches, and I
Why
feel
don't you
like
tell us a little bit
so
about
much
the movement
so
watches?
that
You mean
I,
these watches?
I
Yeah.
printed a sheet of paper, almost like so. Movement watches are our sponsor this week, and I should read off this, but to show I'm actually a fan of them, I'm not going to. They basically make really affordable watches, and as a guy that likes to dress well, that doesn't have the money to dress as well as he likes, I appreciate them doing a cool thing where they don't have stores; they actually do all their stuff online. So we get to buy $400 to $500 watches for starting at $95, and with Marvel's code, which is movementwatches.com/Marvel, 15% off. So literally, these are watches
15, 1-5.
15, 1-5,
1-5.
1-5, very clear, 1-5.
So that's a great deal, and they're gorgeous watches.
and they're dope.
They really are.
Yeah, they really are.
So, yeah, please.
Yeah, I was just gonna chime in with that because
please
I
do.
have the Boulevard, and it's all black. I call it the Assassin. It's
Nice.
not called that by the company. That
Should
is
be.
by me.
She names
But
it.
it should be. It totally
yeah,
should
it is.
be.
And if anybody buys the Hermosa, which is a rose gold, and they were out of it at the time when I was getting these, send me a picture so I can be jelly.
So they've sold over 500,000 watches in 160 countries. They are an independently started company, and with Black Friday and consumerism and the way our country's going to politics, I think small businesses need more attention. So I really appreciate what they're doing, and I love that they're actually passing on savings to the people, and I think Movement Watches is a good company to be involved with. So I thank them in general for sponsoring us, but also check them out at movementwatches.com/Marvel, and they make really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. I still need to get mine sized.
Adjusted.
Yeah. Because I'm a giant. So,
Well,
but yeah.
6'5", so
That's true. It's a whole lot of Mackie.
Yeah.
In case anybody wanted to know exactly how tall Mackie is,
We've covered it. We've covered it this
covered it
episode.
twice.
yes,
So
that is.
Hey, it's the only thing
So
I've got
true.
going for me. I'm a giant nerd, and I'm a giant.
Episode
And you have an
110.
awesome
you should
wife.
come back in episode 110 because
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
the Doctor Strange tape.
That's first issue of Doctor Strange. All right, let's talk New Mutants. That's our big story, and by big I mean basically only story.
Well, we've got the egg after it, though.
We do have the Easter egg.
Very excited about Easter egg
You were
downstairs.
I know.
super excited
I
about
was
the Easter
super
egg. So there was a possible leaked animatic that came out from comingsoon.net for the New Mutants, and in the animatic we saw like the camera kind of follows up behind Magic, and she's got her soul sword, Ilyana Rasputin, and she's got Lockheed on her shoulder, and she goes running into battle against Demon Bear. Which is, like, admittedly, I don't get. I want to get. I've never understood Demon Bear. I am a fan of Doctor Strange. I can understand the enigmatic, inexplicable WTF of Doctor Strange, but Demon Bear, I'm like,
You know what I think?
is it a bear? Is it a demon? Is it
I think
It's like a
Bear.
man
projection?
bear pig.
Yeah, it's
Bear
Bear. Yeah.
Bear.
So what
Coy,
I
what
think,
do you think happened?
is Deadpool came out. And people saw Deadpool. And then Fox saw dollar signs. And Fox went, you know what's good? Weird. And they were like, you know what we have? A demon bear.
We have Demon
do have
Bear.
a
And
Demon
I
Bear.
think that they were just leaning into the strangeness of Deadpool by way of New Mutants. 'cause
Maybe.
it's the,
you
I
wanna
think they
see
were-
it? Let's
Oh,
watch
let's
it.
watch it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good, actually.
Can they see this as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, because I was afraid we were
Yeah,
just
I've got it.
silently staring.
And again,
Bear.
this is just like a previs animatic. Lions, tigers, and bears.
From comingsoon.net.
Yeah.
I'm like, shouldn't see that.
And we have no idea if this is legit or real or what. But here's the flashes to hell
like,
for
yeah.
very briefly. Then she, and it's just like so exciting. Like just the fact that it's possible that we're gonna see this is so.
It's so out there,
awesome.
man.
It's so.
They're in space, there's a dragon, there's a demon bear,
Yeah,
like...
you better run, Demon Bear.
I'm excited to see Magic on the
Like
big
those
screen.
eggs.
I
I
know,
am
me
too,
too.
dude.
Like
Yeah.
seeing Ilyana Rasputin, and the possibility that Fox is now going to bring like sorcery and magic and extra dimensional travel to their universe is exciting.
But, like, Lockheed and Kitty Pryde are homies. Why is she hanging out
Yeah.
with... I've got questions.
No, but Lockheed, I think, originally hung out with the New Mutants, and Kitty Pryde eventually took her over when she started leading the team.
I thought Lockheed was around before New Mutants.
Maybe he was. I know. And this is almost an exact grab from New Mutants number 18. This entire sequence is almost exactly from New Mutants 18.
Lockheed showed up in the John Romita Jr. era of X-Men, so I think that was before New Mutants. I think the character was just popular.
I mean, maybe I don't know, but I do know that in this. Oh, here comes Cannonball. This is awesome. It's only one thing I can do, but I can do it hard. Turn into a
And he-
cannonball.
Blammo.
Bloosh. Get ready, Demon
I
Bear.
like how the animatic has a black eye. They're like, you know what's edgy?
A black eye.
A black eye.
Black guy, yeah.
It does say a lot, though.
No, but so
what's going to happen when you just launch yourself at people all the time?
This is all almost exactly from New Mutants 18. Like, I mean, they've changed it up a little bit, but Danny Moonstar, who goes by Mirage at this time, is a Native American, and her mom and dad are like somehow like merged into like this demonic entity that plagues her. It's called Demon Bear. I don't know if it's a physical thing or a psychic thing or like this extra planar dimensional. I've never known. I don't get it. Demon Bear. But I do know that like she's plagued by it and she goes to face it on her own because she doesn't think her team will be able to handle it. Demon Bear takes her down. This is all in the comic book, so I'm not spoiling the movie.
Right.
But the Demon Bear takes her down. Then the team takes her to the hospital. So in that sequence, we see Danny Moonstar in the hospital.
And it's coming after her.
And the Demon Bear is coming after her. So, and then the team has to face Demon Bear.
That looks so strange. I'm so excited. It's so weird, man. Like, New Mutants are weird. This is, like, so
But
weird.
again, we don't know if this is legit. Like, for all we know, a fan did this.
Right.
And just, like, kind of played around with, like, tweaked this comic book story a little bit to be a little bit more cinematic. But
According to comingsoon.net, which is who posted it,
Yeah.
they said that it came from a source close to the film. They don't specify what that is, so it is, I think, technically a leak. But it sounds like it was leaked from an official source.
It's almost like that's how Deadpool got made.
Yeah, to be honest, it sounds like they're trying to like
Rally the fans.
There's
not
just someone
shyly
at Fox.
follow the pattern of Deadpool.
Yeah.
Someone at Fox is just like,
Tell
all
you,
the time.
It's
They're
like
like,
a
it's
dark
so-
game.
Yeah.
They just have characters up.
oh, I hope
why
that's
not?
real. Because that looks like,
yeah.
I've had more normal drug trips than that. Like, that looks insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very excited about that journey.
yeah, but like so in the comic book, Ilyana Rasputin actually has Lockheed with her. So like that made sense to me. Like,
Gotcha.
Like I'm I'm used to seeing Lockheed
Right.
with Kitty Pryde, but like I first knew Lockheed being with Magic. So bless me. So sorry. And then, like, seeing Cannonball, I don't know why, I've always loved
I love
Cannonball.
Cannonball.
Well,
yeah, same.
Sam Guthrie, like, he's...
And his sister Husk are awesome.
Yeah, all the Guthries are pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
so.
a cool team or family. And I also, I think
good personality
yeah.
to throw in there.
Anya Taylor-Joy is who I've wanted for Magic forever from
Yeah.
The Witch.
Yeah,
and I think
yeah,
she'd
yeah.
be incredible, and she still like looks perfect for it. And
Yeah,
amazing.
she was rumored for it.
Right, long
and
ago.
And then it was like, no, that's just a rumor. She's not actually
cut
going
to
to talk.
concept art. So maybe.
But, yeah. Speaking of Cannonball, actor Nat Wolff from Paper Towns and The Fault in Our Stars, and he's been currently cast in Death Note. He's being rumored for Cannonball by the exact same site, comingsoon.net. So we don't. But this is all rumor. It's all virtually unsubstantiated. They're claiming they have sources. For all we know, those are. The sources are an intern who works in like the back office in a scene.
Right, you never know.
You never know. So
Hey, interns know a lot.
hey, interns know a lot, but interns aren't at the top of the chain. They,
Very true.
you know, so like they're seeing an animatic that was done 2 years ago to help pitch New Mutants to
Very
the
possible.
executives. You know, so we don't know, but. All that being said, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and
is.
I think it's a good way too. There's so much messy X-Men continuity. Going
Yeah.
New Mutants is a good way to be like, hey, we want to do weird stuff to keep
Reset.
up.
Yeah.
Here's a new
Completely
team.
reset.
Yeah,
There's something
X-Force,
else
New
that's also
Mutants,
happening.
weird
So
things.
I know
Yeah.
we want to move on, and I know we don't have as much time, but very briefly, I thought we could say who's Magic, Wolf's Bane, Cannonball, and Danny Moonstar. Like just their basic powers. Magic is Peter Rasputin's sister, Colossus. Colossus' sister. She's weird. She's a weird one. She's a very weird one.
Sometimes she's good, sometimes she's bad.
But,
Yeah.
and that's saying a lot for the
like
X-Men
that.
because there's a lot of weird X-Men, but
Yeah.
like Magic is a strange one.
Well, she's got a few things going on. It's
Yeah.
not like she just has the one power. Like, Colossus
Yeah.
turns into,
Yeah, she's got a lot going
metal-skinned
on,
dude.
and it's like, is her mutant power like she's kind of like up there with Scarlet Witch? It's like, wait, is her mutant power that she's a sorceress? Like
Yeah.
what?
She's
a lot of-
multitasking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was basically raised by the demon Belasco in Limbo, so she's kind of the queen of this like demonic realm. Dark Child could kind of take her over sometimes. Whatever. I don't think that they're going to even touch any of that in this movie. I think they're basically
Seems
going to
like
say she has access to this very powerful sword called the Soul Sword, and she can create these teleportation discs that allow her to kind of travel through time and space. So she can kind of go through time, and she can definitely travel through space. Like, a very strange power set. So I'm very interested to see what they do with her. Lockheed is an alien that looks like a dragon. That's basically it.
Dragon alien.
Wolfsbane is basically
kind of like having a
like it.
psychic inclined dog
Yeah,
that just
exactly.
happens to
But
be
be a
named
dragon.
Cosmos. So
cool.
And if I remember from my Marvel cards, which I'm sure I do.
We should do that again
Yeah, we
sometime.
should. Lockheed is actually a hyper intelligent alien. He just doesn't speak English.
That does sound right. I think you're
So
right. Yes.
That
he's
sounds
hyper
awesome.
super duper intelligent.
Somebody
but
get
he
him a babblefish.
Can't really, he can't really communicate with us. Wolfsbane, Ronnie Sinclair, is Scottish, and she's basically a werewolf, but she can kind of control like how wolf-like, like how lupine she becomes.
She has complete control over it.
Yeah, so she can be like all the way wolf, partially wolf, human, but she has like a lot of Catholic guilt about it because she knows how evil werewolves are and how that primal nature.
Oh, Catholic guilt is the best kind of
great
guilt.
contrast. Yeah, Cannonball Sam Guthrie he basically turns himself into a human cannonball, and whenever he's in flight, he's surrounded by like this
He's
field of
a-
invulnerability.
He's a southerner? Is that
yeah,
what?
he's
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
southern gentleman. Well,
Yeah.
not
And he's like from a coal mining
civility.
town.
Yeah.
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 And he like a lot of his dialogue sounds like that. Danny Moonstar Mirage is Native American, and her power is really cool. She can like tap into like what's Koi's greatest fear, and then
Yeah.
psychically create
Make it
that,
happen.
like make that happen for you.
Oh, I used to have an ex that was like that.
Hey-o!
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, there we go.
there's the rim shot. A little bit late, but there it is. And then Demon Bear, we've already talked about it. We don't know if he's going to be the primary antagonist or even in the film at all, because again, we don't know how substantiated this rumor is. But
I love
there
the
you
idea
go.
of someone's mutant power just being like a Bogart in Harry Potter. Just
Yeah,
like literally
yeah.
like this thing, spiders,
Spider.
Because that could be so much fun in a movie.
Yeah.
Just to
She
like
also,
play with.
she also does like she can also do their like wishes and dreams and stuff. So
Yeah,
she
she can also bring
so
them
she
up.
can,
Yeah.
so she can just trick them.
And at some point, I think she could shoot like psychic arrows or something. I don't
Psychic
know.
bullets or something.
Psychic bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's it for New Mutants. Let's talk Easter eggs. I know you're
Yeah,
very excited about
okay.
this. So James Gunn later this year, later in the year, was talking about how there's one Easter egg in Guardians of the Galaxy that no one has found, and it set the nerd world on fire. Everyone's been searching for it. Everyone's been like throwing out
He
suggestions.
did not offer a universal $100,000.
He did
By the
not.
way,
He did
said
not.
it to one person, and then everyone Nick Cage National treasured themselves looking for the declaration on the back. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
been
That
a
is
thing.
That's a good, that's
Yes.
a, that's a
Yes,
good
they
analogy.
did.
Yeah.
It is a fun hole to go down.
yeah.
I will say that. Though.
So he finally came out and said, "Look, I appreciate you guys like looking for this Easter egg. I guarantee you it exists. I did not. that was like a metaphor, basically. Like I will pay you $100,000 to prove that it's true. Like
Right.
he didn't mean he's gonna pay someone to go find this thing.
Careful
But
how little you are on the internet.
comicbook.com ran this picture. Go ahead and show this real quick, Doom, with one of their stories talking about the Easter egg, and I saw in the clouds the Easter egg, and no one has seen this. I looked it up. I did extensive research on this, and
Right.
by extensive, I mean like 15 minutes of Google searching. Couldn't find it. And I came up with Papa Smurf is in the clouds. That's the Easter egg.
There we go.
That's it, you
Papa
guys.
Smurf has been in
love
the
this.
clouds the
Yep.
whole time.
Boom.
Doom, can you go back to the other picture without the outline? My terrible drawing.
Oh yeah. No, it's. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't unsee it. That's just that's the world now.
Like,
I mean,
let's go back to that. Let's see it.
what
Papa
else?
Smurf.
What?
Yeah.
What
What
else could it be?
That's it.
You can't unsee it.
You're
though.
right.
Can't unsee it. That is Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf. There we go. Papa Smurf.
All
Papa
right.
Smurf. There it is.
James Gunn, you owe Matt an imaginary $100,000.
Yeah, you owe me. You owe me, bro.
After a mere 15 minutes.
Now, here's the other thing. Maybe it's Stan Lee. Like, take the hat off, and maybe like it's Stan Lee
Without the hat.
without the hat, like and bald. I don't know, because
Yeah.
you kind of have some hair in the back there, maybe. Like, I don't know. Anyway, but you have another Easter egg that you wanted to talk
Oh yeah,
about.
and I
got
see
you on roll.
there's a couple of Easter eggs coming up in the chat roll too. Gamer Girl says if you look on Drax's shoulder, you can see a red skull. So
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
That's a
Interesting.
good reason to rewatch the movie. But mine was Young Peter Quill is wearing a t-shirt. It's JD Canoe Rental, Dolores River. There is no JD Canoe Rental, but I have a picture of it for that. And then later on, you see Barit, and Barit is the techno artist, filmmaker, doing that whole thing with Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
And she's wearing that same t-shirt. Later. Yeah. So then my Easter egg is... and there she is. And then my Easter egg is that the Dolores River has something really big to do with James's gun life. And it's one of those treasure sites because there's a poem by, I believe it's Forrester Fenn, detailing it out. There's a possible treasure there. So I'm like, that's the Easter egg. So there you go. It's right up there with the Papa Smurf Easter egg.
Yeah. We're digging. We're digging.
Yes.
We really want that imaginary 100,000. Or you know what? If we're right, James Gunn, just come on our show.
Yeah,
just come on our show. Just come on our show. We don't need $100,000. I mean, I'd love that.
If you want to come tell everyone what the Easter egg was,
we'll also invite
we
that.
love it.
the chair is the cosmic couch is open to you. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Yes,
You can be one of our heralds. Please do. Do we have iTunes shout-outs?
There are no new iTunes shout-outs, but I wanted to bring up a thing that I don't know if we have a picture of because this had just happened yesterday and I just tweeted. But did you see the thing that Sebastian Stan posted?
Oh, where he's got the shield?
Someone made him a Winter Soldier shield, and he said, "Thanks for someone making me this Winter Soldier shield." Someone blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That is either like hardcore trolling, or because it looks legit. It looks like an actual.
I think.
What's your thought? Because it looks awesome.
If I remember correctly, when Brittany was working at Wizard World, my fiance now wife, a fan made that for him. And but he couldn't get it on the plane or take it home with him. I think that's what that is.
Because he tweeted it yesterday, and I got really excited. I just tweeted it out, guys, so it's on my Twitter.
Because I remember Brittany talking about it, and her boss, a very good friend of mine named Chris Jansen, talking about how they had to find a way to transport that to him.
It's real cool.
That's super
So
sweet.
I think a fan made it for him. So I don't think he's trolling. I think that's legitimately... I'm Sebastian Stan, legitimately thanking a fan for making this incredible
really cool.
shield for me.
I actually like that even more.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That's awesome.
Okay, so we do have some things.
No, go for it.
Okay.
Take it away.
In the last 5 minutes. All right, so birthday shout out to Eli M at Mr. E33333. He wants a birthday shout out for his best friend, Luke Studdard. He's turning 23 on December 2nd.
What a young man.
Luke.
What a young man, 23. 23, you can finally drink then, right?
Happy
The
birthday,
23?
baby.
For like having 2 years. How old are you?
I know. I was kidding.
wasn't like-
that
How
was a
tall
joke.
are you? How old?
I'm 6'5" and almost 40.
When I turned 18, it was legal to drink. I'm that old, and it's been a whole thing in America. These states 23.
Oh, man.
when I turned
Prohibition
23, it was
thing
prohibition. Yeah.
Captain Travis at Captain Travis 55. Shout out to you because I love how much I get excited for Black Panther every week on Marvel Movie News because he's the only one in his group that's eager for Black Panther. I'm
Who's
like,
your group?
I know.
Get out of your group.
Get in your group.
Find your friends.
And I was
Come to Los Angeles and be in our group.
Everyone
Right?
loves Black Panther here.
Yeah.
yes, it's gonna be amazing. He's
It's gonna
already
be
amazing, and it's gonna
incredible,
be even more amazing.
I was excited about Black Panther before I even saw him in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, yes, please.
We had that best leader at Screen Junkies thing, and I said Black Panther because he has so many different tiers of leadership.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Very
Daddy
true.
needs to express some rage.
Why are we so full of rage?
No, at the not Black
his
Panther
friends.
fans.
At his friends.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
now
worry.
it makes sense.
After it comes out, they'll be all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had so many. By the way, I don't want to take away, but I've had so many friends tell me like, "Yeah, I get Doctor Strange now. I understand why you've been obsessed with him for so long." I'm like, "Yes, finally!
So
You
validating.
understand me." Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not throwing shade. I love when
No,
anybody gets involved.
absolutely,
With, I mean,
absolutely.
Marvel Universe is huge, so
Yeah.
everybody's going to find something.
Everyone
in
has
there.
something.
I'm glad that
Okay.
everybody understands you now.
Yeah, everyone finally understands me.
Okay, and the fan that tweeted the John Cena thing to me was at New Geek Haven.
New Geek Haven's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so shout out to you for doing that. It was a nice little discussion topic.
Yeah.
Let's see, questions from at Mother Joker. Which new characters do you think will appear in Infinity War apart from Captain Marvel?
Which
Yeah,
new
there's-
characters? I don't. I don't know. Like,
I mean,
I don't
besides
know
the ones that are
if
listed,
any. Like,
I think
mean,
they have so many already.
They have
They have
so many.
Why
Maybe
introduce
like a
new
little
character?
Z-list character that wouldn't appear normally, like someone that we just wouldn't expect,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
but
like
I
a
don't
little-
think that
Yeah,
we should more. It's big.
there are way too many.
There's a
like,
lot.
So
there's
many.
60 some
Yeah.
odd characters to choose from. I don't know if we need to introduce any more new ones.
I know it's so packed.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
packed already.
It's gonna get a bit intense.
Thank God it's 2 movies.
Only character that I could see bringing in.
Abigail Brand.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
I was trying to get a picture.
Yeah, I saw
Uh-huh.
you looking up Sword, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's thinking Abigail Brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And only because like that, it makes sense to put the organization of Sword into it, and I think
Yeah.
Sword could also play a large part in Captain Marvel. And
Yeah.
they
That
have
makes
said that the Russo brothers have said that there are new characters in there, but I think they were more minor.
Yeah, I would
Right,
imagine
right.
they're more
Not
minor and maybe
On,
like more
probably on Thanos' team.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Okay. And from @option_0, does Doom ever get claustrophobic in the booth? It looks tight. Is that why he doesn't have a cape? Is the booth in a pocket dimension?
Who
Doom
says I
only-
don't have a cape?
Definitely in pocket.
Doom, only you can answer this.
Really quickly.
I have it is a small booth, but I find my way around, and you just don't see the cape. Trust me, I've got a cape.
Trust him. Okay, so for comments and pictures. Thanks, Ray. Is it Villanueva?
Villanueva, yeah.
Yeah, @AZ Sin City Magic. Marvel Movie News is the best way to spend noon on Tuesdays.
Thank you.
And they are the best host team. #Clappy happy.
Oh, Clappy.
I know
Happy,
you have a
like
couple
that.
pictures, so I'm just
Yeah.
going to do 2 shout-outs before we get to the picture stuff.
Okay.
On Twitter, I want to shout out Ryan Klein, who turned 25 on Friday.
Ah,
Yay.
happy birthday.
Very happy
birthday, Ryan Klein. And then on our Facebook, which I rarely check, but I just happened to check today, back on November 5th, Reed Gibson got a call from his wife in the middle of Doctor Strange last night that her water broke and we needed her on the hospital.
What?
He missed the ending of the movie, but he got to meet his second son ahead of schedule.
That is
so
awesome.
happy birthday to your
Where-
baby boy Julian
Where does he live?
in Sioux City, Idaho.
Sioux City.
Sioux City.
Oh man.
So happy birthday to your second son, and that's an amazing story. And
if you live close to Los Angeles, I would take you to the movie and
So that you can see the ending.
Very awesome.
Take you to the. But, you're in Sioux
congratulations,
City.
man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats.
So I had to throw it
Okay,
out there.
cool. We're gonna speed
great.
right through these really quick then. Adrian Shawcroft @SWW.
Wolf.
Well, at SWWolf36. Pictures of his den, and it's pictures. It's got Marvel pillows and the such. And then @NewtGeekHaven sent us a picture of his first Iron Fist. He found that in his
that's
stash.
right. You found the first
so
number 1.
yeah,
That's
I
amazing.
have that
want
picture
it.
too in there.
You Geek Haven, send that to me.
Yeah. And then another picture, Fino Ortez @F3 Ortez sent a picture that he found, and it's Batman in a Thor box with Avengers on it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
So there's that. And then we're going to end it on this note. Well, okay, so Koi's mom sent a picture. It's Free Comic Book Day several years ago in Massachusetts, and it is Koi on his motorcycle dressed in Spider-Man wear.
Oh my
It
god.
was
Excellent.
the right choice and the
It
only
always
choice.
is. It always is.
In the background is my Red 3000 GT, which was also Spider-Man out because it had a carbon fiber hood and was
Oh my
red,
God,
and before
you're
that
so
had a blue
lame.
Civic that was
You're
Spider-Man.
so lame.
So
All
it's
right.
been a trend.
All right. We've absolutely got to wrap.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have another show coming in that Doom has to jump to.
But thank you, Joby1 Kenobi for your picture.
Yes, we'll
You know,
show it
Marvel
next week. I
movies.
love it so much. Next week it's yours.
All right. Where can we find everybody? Go.
At
Super
Quadjandro
fast.
on Twitter and Instagram, and thanks for all the movie fights love this week. You guys are amazing.
At Murky McCarty, Twitter and Instagram.
And Darth Thin Mints.
And Darth Thinmans
yeah.
for Snapchat.
Yeah. There you go.
April Wallin on everything.
And Wallin is spelled WAHLIN.
Yep, that's
I'm
it.
Matt Key at the Matt Key. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook and whatever else. And I'm married, and that's amazing. And it's good to be back. All right, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. Skibbity bat dip.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.
All right, hey. All right, good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day.